All right, so today we're diving deep into the world of heat sealing machine operators.
Really interesting stuff.
It is.
It is, yeah.
Getting you ready for that interview.
Right.
And hopefully landing you the job.
Exactly.
So we're going to be using like RoleCatcher's career guides, as well as like looking at some common questions that might come up.
Yeah, definitely got to be prepared for those.
Yeah, so like one of the first ones you might get is, what inspired you to become a heat sealing machine operator?
Okay, so that sounds simple enough, right? But
It does, but it's
your chance to really kind of set yourself apart.
yeah, and show that you're genuinely interested.
Right. Exactly.
Not just like, oh, it's a job.
Yeah, it pays the bills. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
So think about like what actually sparked your interest in it.
Yeah.
Was it the precision? Like the behind the scenes action of manufacturing? Did you maybe have a family member who worked in a similar field?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Find something that kind of connects you to it personally.
It makes it more like you're invested.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Show them you're not just there for a paycheck, that you actually care about the work.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so how about this one? How do you ensure the quality of your work? I feel like attention to detail is huge here.
Oh, absolutely. It's all about being detail-oriented in this role.
Yeah.
So even if you haven't worked as a heat sealing machine operator specifically before,
Right.
think about past experiences where you had to be really detail-oriented. Did you maybe double-check calculations? Did you implement a new system to improve accuracy?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, things like that show you understand the importance of quality.
Yeah. Highlighting those transferable skills.
Exactly.
Okay, and what about this? How do you troubleshoot issues with a heat sealing machine?
Okay, so this is where they're really looking for that problem-solving skills,
Yeah.
that systematic approach, right? So think of it like this. The machine is kind of like talking to you.
It's giving you clues.
Exactly. Is there a warning light? Are the seals inconsistent?
Right.
Walk them through how you would pinpoint that issue, right?
You got to think like a detective for machines.
Yes, exactly. Do you check the settings, inspect the components,
Well,
maybe even refer to that trusty manual?
oh, yeah, gotta love the manual.
Right. They want to see that you can think critically and solve problems independently.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So speaking of problem solving, how do you prioritize your workload? Because I would imagine, especially in like a production environment, that it's pretty fast paced.
Oh, it definitely is.
Yeah.
So time management is key. And a great way to answer this question is to tell a story.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Give them an example.
Exactly. Have you ever had to juggle multiple deadlines?
Yeah.
Share how you prioritize tasks.
Mm-hmm.
Did you use a specific method, maybe a to-do list, a calendar? Or did you have to communicate and coordinate with your team?
Well, that's a good one. Because it shows you could work with others, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all about showing them you can handle the pressure and get things done.
Right. And speaking of pressure, how do you maintain a safe work environment? I feel like that's like got to be top priority.
Safety is absolutely paramount.
Yeah.
And it's not enough to just say you'll follow the rules, right?
Right.
Be specific.
Yeah.
Show them, your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with lockout procedures? Do you know how to handle materials safely?
Yeah.
The more proactive you are about safety, the more impressed they'll be.
Because it shows you're thinking ahead.
Exactly. You're already thinking like a heat sealing machine operator.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they want someone who's proactive, not reactive.
Right, absolutely.
Okay.
Safety first, always.
Always, yeah.
So let's talk about efficiency for a second, because I'm sure they want to know, how do you ensure that the heat sealing machine meets production targets?
Okay, so this is about more than just operating the machine. It's
Yeah.
about optimizing, about going above and beyond.
Right, taking initiative.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So think of a time when you improved a process or boosted efficiency, even outside of work.
Okay.
Did you streamline a task at home?
Yeah.
Find a shortcut for a project?
Oh, yeah.
Relate it back to the role?
Mm-hmm.
Show them that you're always thinking about how to do things better.
That's really good, because it could be like not even work related.
Exactly. It shows a mindset
Yeah.
that you're constantly looking to improve things.
Right.
And that's valuable in any role.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
So, conflicts happen
Oh, they do. Yeah.
in any job. So I'm sure they want to know, how do you handle conflicts or disagreements with colleagues or supervisors?
Right. They want to know how you work with others.
Yeah.
Especially when things get a little, heated.
Right, literally.
Literally. Yeah. So focus on how you approach conflict constructively?
Mm-hmm.
Did you listen to the other person's perspective?
Yeah.
Did you communicate clearly and respectfully?
Right.
Did you find a solution that worked for everyone involved?
Compromise.
Exactly. It's not about winning or losing. It's about finding a resolution.
Yeah, and moving forward.
Exactly. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Okay, so we've talked about, like, conflict and stuff, but technology is always changing.
Oh, absolutely.
So what about this question? How do you stay up to date with advances in heat sealing machine technology?
All right. So they want to know that you're committed to learning.
Yeah, because it's always changing.
Exactly right. This industry is constantly evolving, new machines, new techniques.
Mm.
So do you subscribe to any industry magazines?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Are you part of any online forums or communities? Have you attended any webinars or conferences?
Oh, yeah, all good ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Show them that you're eager to learn and grow in this field.
Right, it shows you want to make it a career.
Exactly. You're invested, not
Mhm.
just, clocking in and clocking out.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this last one, it might be like a curveball,
Okay.
but have you ever had to train new heat sealing machine operators?
Good question. Yeah. So even if you haven't formally trained someone,
Right.
think about a time when you explained a process or a skill to somebody else.
Yeah, like showing a coworker how to do something even.
Exactly. Did you break down a complex task into smaller steps? Did you use visuals or diagrams?
Yeah.
Anything that shows you have the ability to teach and guide others?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Because even if you haven't had the title of, like, trainer,
Right.
you've probably done it in some capacity.
Exactly. We all have those moments where we share our knowledge, right?
Yeah.
So highlight those moments. They're valuable.
All right, so we've covered a lot of, like, potential questions
We have.
that might come up.
Yeah.
But before we move on, I'm curious, how can, like, RoleCatcher's AI tools help someone?
Oh, that's a great question.
Specifically with, like, tailoring their answers for a heat sealing machine operator interview.
Yeah, so one of the coolest things about RoleCatcher is its AI-powered interview practice feature.
All
It's really neat.
Yeah.
You can actually record yourself answering these common interview questions.
Oh, wow.
And the AI analyzes your responses and gives you personalized feedback.
That's really cool.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, that's like having a little interview coach in your pocket.
Right there on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's really neat.
It can point out things like, are you using too much jargon?
Oh, that's good.
Are you rambling? Does your tone need some adjustment?
Yeah, I feel like sometimes I ramble when I get nervous.
Oh, absolutely. We all do. That's what makes us human, right?
Yeah.
But the AI can help you fine-tune your delivery.
So it's not even just about what you say, it's how you say it.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
Body language, tone of voice, it all matters.
Right.
And the best part is it's tailored to the specific job you're applying for.
Oh, wow. So it's not just like general advice.
No, it's specific to the role.
That's really
It's
cool.
like having a personal coach who knows exactly what that employer is looking for.
That's amazing.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's really neat. So we just talked about how RoleCatcher can really like help you prepare for the interview and stuff. So let's talk about like the actual interview.
Okay.
What are some key things to keep in mind when you're like face to face with the hiring manager?
Well, I think it's all about showcasing like your passion for this field,
Right.
and really highlighting those skills that make you a perfect fit. And one question they might ask is, what are your salary expectations?
Oh, yeah, the salary question.
That's always a tough one.
It is. It's a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
What's the best way to handle that?
Well, I think preparation is key.
Okay.
Do your research. Find out what the typical salary range is for heat sealing machine operators in
Right.
your area with your level of experience.
Okay.
Websites like Glassdoor or salary.com can be really helpful for this.
Oh, yeah. Those are good resources.
Yeah, and then you can go into the interview with a range in mind.
Right. So you don't,
That aligns with, your experience and the industry standards.
so you're not underselling yourself.
Exactly. You don't want to undervalue your skills.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now, are there any questions that like we should be asking them during the interview?
Oh, absolutely. Asking thoughtful questions
Okay.
shows that you're engaged, that you're really interested. For example, you could ask about their specific safety protocols,
Oh, that's good.
right? That shows them that you're committed to maintaining a safe work environment.
It shows you're already thinking about being part of the team.
Exactly.
That's a good one.
Yeah. What else? You could also ask about opportunities for advancement
Oh, okay.
within the company.
Okay.
Do they offer any additional training on more specialized heat sealing techniques?
Oh,
Right. So that shows that you're ambitious, that you're looking to grow with them.
right. You're not just looking for a job, you're looking for a career.
Exactly.
Okay, that's a really good point.
Yeah, you want to show them that you're in it for the long haul.
Right, absolutely.
All right.
Okay, so let's talk about like those kind of like technical skills questions,
Okay.
because I feel like those can be a little,
Yeah, they can be a little intimidating.
yeah, a little intimidating because it's like, prove to me that you know what you're doing.
Right. They want to see those skills in action.
Yeah, so what kind of things should people be sure to mention when they're asked, like, what technical skills do you bring to the role of heat sealing machine operator?
Well, this is your chance to really toot your own horn, right?
Right.
So be specific. Have you worked with different types of heat sealing machines?
Okay.
Maybe you've used rotary sealers or band sealers.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about your familiarity with different materials like polyethylene films or polypropylene films. Do you have experience with temperature and pressure settings, quality control procedures?
Right.
Anything that demonstrates your technical know-how, bring it up.
Right, and I feel like even if you don't have like tons and tons of experience, it's still like connecting it back to,
Yes.
like, here's how this experience relates to this.
It's all about those transferable skills, right?
Right.
Yeah, even if you've never worked with a heat sealing machine specifically, you've probably used tools or equipment that require similar skills.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, so find those connections and highlight them.
So we've talked about like the interview and stuff, but RoleCatcher, AI,
Right.
all that kind of stuff. How does that all work together?
Yeah, so RoleCatcher uses AI to kind of like analyze job descriptions like a pro.
Okay.
It pulls out the most important keywords and skills the employer's looking for.
Yeah.
And then their AI resume builder helps you tailor your resume.
Oh.
They'll match those keywords. So you're highlighting the most relevant experience.
Wow, that's really cool.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, that's like having a little resume writer
I know, right?
in your pocket.
Right there in your phone.
It's like a little helper.
It's amazing what technology can do these days.
And it makes sense because then it's like you're not just sending out like a generic resume to everyone.
Exactly.
It's tailored to
Personalized.
that job.
Yeah, you're showing them that you're actually interested in that specific role.
Right, which probably increases your chances of like getting noticed.
It definitely does.
Okay, that's really helpful.
It takes out the guesswork.
Yeah, it does.
Which is great because who needs more stress when they're job hunting, right? Right, exactly. And on top of that, their AI can even suggest relevant skills to add to your resume
Oh, wow.
based on those job descriptions.
Okay.
So you're putting your best foot forward.
That's really helpful.
It is, especially in today's job market, which can be, pretty competitive.
Yeah.
So any advantage you can get.
Right.
Right.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And we talked about the AI-powered interview practice before. Right.
But it's not just like giving you general feedback.
Okay.
It actually tailors the analysis to the specific job description you're interviewing for.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it suggests ways to improve your answers based on what that employer is looking for.
So it's taking that extra step
It is.
to really personalize it.
Yes, exactly. It's like having a personal coach who's done their homework.
Oh, I like that.
Right. On the company, on the role, on everything.
That's really neat.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really
It's
helpful.
a game changer.
It really does sound like having these tools like RoleCatcher can be super helpful.
It really can.
But, beyond the technology and stuff,
Yeah.
what are some smart things you can do
Right.
during the interview to really make an impression?
Well, one thing you can do is think about bringing a portfolio of your work.
Oh, okay.
Even if it's something simple,
Right.
like photos of successful projects you've worked on,
Okay.
maybe some documentation of quality checks you've done,
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good idea.
or even any training certificates you have.
So a portfolio for a heat sealing machine operator.
Exactly.
Okay.
It shows that you're prepared, that you're proud of your work,
Right.
and you could even use it as a visual aid
Oh.
when you're answering questions.
Okay.
Talking about your experience with like different dwell times or pressure settings, the types of films you've worked with.
That's a good idea.
It makes it more tangible.
It's one thing to say it, but it's another too.
Exactly. Show, don't tell.
Exactly.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Okay, that's really smart.
And what about those practical assessments?
Oh, yeah, where they're like, okay.
Some employers do those where they'll actually
Yeah.
have you operate a machine
Right.
or maybe troubleshoot something.
Yeah.
So if you encounter one of those, don't be nervous.
Right.
It's a great opportunity to really shine.
Yeah.
Go in prepared, show them, your safety protocols.
Yeah, lockout procedures, big one.
Huge.
And be ready to, like, walk them through your problem-solving process.
And even if you make a mistake, I feel like it's not the end of the world.
Exactly. Everyone makes mistakes.
Right.
It's how you recover. It's how you learn from them.
Right, because it shows you could, like, think on your feet.
Exactly.
Okay, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
So the interview's over.
Okay.
Done.
Next.
What do we do?
Don't forget to follow up.
Oh, yeah, the thank you note.
Yes, a thank you note is a must.
Okay.
Send it within 24 hours.
Okay.
Keeps you fresh in their mind.
Okay.
And it's a chance to reiterate a specific skill you discussed or maybe mention something you learned about the company.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So you're showing them that you're really paying attention.
Yeah, you were engaged.
Exactly.
Right.
You're present in that interview.
And what if, like, it's been a little while and you haven't heard back? Is it okay to follow up?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's perfectly acceptable to send a brief professional email. Maybe inquire about the timeline.
Okay, and it's not like, hey, did I get the job?
Right. No, not pushy.
Right.
Just a gentle nudge.
Okay.
You could even share a relevant industry article you came across.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That shows them that you're staying engaged, that you're informed.
You're still thinking about it.
Exactly.
Okay, that's really good advice.
Well, I hope it helps.
Yeah.
It's a competitive world out there.
It is.
Got to bring your A game.
You do. So as we kind of wrap things up here,
Okay.
any like final thoughts for those aspiring heat sealing machine operators?
Yeah, I would say don't be afraid to reach out to people in the field.
Oh, okay.
Network, maybe find a mentor.
Oh, that's a good idea.
This industry is full of experienced professionals who love sharing their knowledge.
Yeah, find someone who's like been there, done that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
And remember,
Yeah.
with the right preparation, a positive attitude, and maybe a little help from those awesome AI tools,
At RoleCatcher.
you'll be well on your way to acing that interview
Yes.
and starting a rewarding career.
And hopefully getting that job.
Landing that dream job.
Right.
It's out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Just got to go for it.
Okay, I like that. That's a good note to end on.
It is, yeah.
This was a really great deep dive.
It was, yeah.
We uncovered a lot of, I think, really helpful advice.
I agree.
So for anyone listening out there, good luck.
Good luck. Go get 'em.